Hello, sweet Arizona. It is answer time. It looks like I'm going to try and keep up this routine. The channels seem to be fleshing out naturally, right? Sweet Home Maricopa is the big one. I mean, for me, it's a big one. It's still tiny compared to a lot of those out there, but it's an earner. If I can keep that one going, it's an earner, right? I can actually be the top earner in my household and Mr. Mom. I take my kids to school, take them to the doctor's appointments. I go to their games. I help my wife with her work. All right, sorry. You don't care about that stuff, do you? But it looks like Sweet Home Maricopa is the drive, the engine, right, that drives this network of channels, I guess, that I'm building. And it could all go away tomorrow, but let's act like it's not and just build. So Sweet Home Arizona originally just started as a backup in case something happened to Sweet Home Maricopa, but now Sweet Home Arizona, it's taking shape. It's kind of taking shape already, but it's the answers, right? I created Sweet Home Maricopa Redux. That'll be short form, just questions. It's working out pretty well. Over here, I'll answer those questions, and this will also be behind the scenes stuff over here at Sweet Home Arizona. Enough of that. That's what it feels like. It's how it's shaken out. Here, let's read some of the answers to the question that I posed yesterday, the Doug Logan threats. Why? Why was Doug Logan threatened? Or I forget exactly how I asked the question. But just to confirm, Liz tipped me off ahead of time, which should also demonstrate to you guys, I'm not just here to get sensational headlines. I got the tip from Liz prior to it coming out that he'd been threatened, right? That the version of the report with the stronger language, there was the early draft that was leaked, and then I guess a second version that was leaked, and then the one that he used was, I don't know if it was closer to the earlier draft. I didn't get into the minutia of that, but he was threatened by the Senate attorney, right? I warned, cautioned. Let me just read your comments. See how you guys responded. Not all of them. There's like 100 of them here. I'll just read some of them. Instead of newest first, on YouTube, you can do newest first or top comments. So I'll just do top comments. This one's got 25 thumbs up from James Turner. Because we, the people, are really the ones that have the real power, and they don't want us hearing such harsh language. They won't be able to control the word. They won't be able to control the words of Jesus when they stand before him to be judged on how they behaved while on earth. Never forget, God is in control. I love you people. I just love God. Lord, if I comment on every one of these, this will be a long video. It's already almost 4 minutes long, and I've read one comment. But I appreciate you guys. There's a lot of just quality people out there. All right. Christopher Vincent says, because if he calls it out exactly like it looks, the media will say it is a biased audit. Also, he cannot legally call it out as what it truly is, because if they get away with it, he could be sued over it as defamation of character. Ooh, those are good points. And kind of in line, I've read through a bunch of these, and the threats, the word threat, it's cautioned. He's being cautioned, or he's being warned. If you sound partisan, you're an investigator. You've already been accused of being some conspiracy theorist because of things you said prior to being hired on. Right? So if the report comes out with that kind of language in it, it will just serve to confirm all of those slanderous accusations. So reel it back, dial it back. That makes sense to me. Mike Hancock, because he would reveal those that are now under investigation. Oh, this is another great point. He could only say so much as they uncovered he could only say so much as they uncovered crimes that need to be prosecuted, just keeping the info safe as well as himself. Yeah, and that is right to the point. It's like, oh, this is an investigation that's being turned over to a criminal investigation, right, to the Attorney General, right? You don't, and somewhere, maybe I'll read it, but someone says if he's called to testify in trial, right, he needs to preserve his neutrality, if you will, right, and just testify straight. Just the facts, man. Golden Lights Twinkle said he might have to water down the report language to avoid lawsuits. Unless everything in the report can be proven, he could be liable. You can't allege the 5-letter F word unless you have proof to back up the accusation. Most of the report generated further questions or required further investigation before jumping to conclusions. I'd love them to trace who deleted the server data and logs. That would be the first thing I would investigate. Subpoenas are required for election officials. And then there's a whole bunch of, there's 4 responses to this. Let's read some of the responses. Betsy Westbrook, I agree. I believe they said that they know who deleted them. Oh, wait, I agree. I agree. I believe they said that, there's a question mark at the end. They know who deleted them. They don't know who deleted them. They know who, they have pictures of people that were on the machines at the time of certain activities. That's all they know. That's all they were able to disclose. Susan Harper says, you should listen to Dave and Josh Barnett. It doesn't matter about the 5-letter F word. What truly matters is maladministration. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The crimes committed, the violations of the law are violations of election laws, right? Like that, the long list of things that are supposed to happen because our elections, people picking processes, are sacred, right? It's a sacred right as a citizen. Like that's what you get to do. You get to vote. And that should be preserved as something holy, right? And sacred. The holiest thing as a citizen of a nation is that. And it shouldn't be messy. It shouldn't be corrupt. It should be clean. And you should spend as much money as you need to clean it up, to clear it up, to investigate and fix it. All right. And another response to that, Colonel False Flag. They said they already have the names of those whom deleted the data. The FBI will take over and find no wrongdoing. I don't know if they have the names of the persons that deleted it. They said they have images of people at machines at the same time as some of these things happened. Robert Ramsey said, at Colonel False Flag, you're probably right, unfortunately. Let's read a few more. This is going to be long. I'm going to just read a couple more. Russell Cason, he just supplies the numbers. Now the Attorney General has the findings, and the Attorney General sets the language. Kurt outdoors, because there are only 2 penalties for treason, and someone feels they have nothing left to lose. I'm not quite sure what that means. Russell Cason, and he already replied earlier, says the same thing. Some people respond twice because I am approving comments and they think I typed it, but it didn't go through. I don't see it. I have to approve it, so they'll enter it twice thinking I get it. Jehovah 777, Democratic narrative from the media. They would look like the liars they are. Robin Johnson, they don't want this evidence to prove their incompetence. Thank you, Michael. Thumbs up, flags, prayer hands, dark, black. There's like a little black heart, a gray heart, a blue heart. I can read. All right, that's enough. Oh, wait, let me read one more. I just saw this. How do we know that Doug Logan was threatened? As far as omitting certain language is concerned, Senate President Fan, that's makes it clear, very clear in her opening statement. He typed Hobbs instead of Fan. The purpose of the audit is solely to identify where the Maricopa election process broke down and to determine corrective actions, not to pit Democrat against Republican. overturn the election or decertify the election. Very good. And then in the comments, people are pointing out that he misspoke. But that was Paul Blumhardt. All right, that's enough. Now I got to go record some more videos. I got another question coming up. I'm about to record for Sweet Home Maricopa Redux. Go check it out. I'll link it below.